Dream like that. If you remember it, renounce it. I renounce that dream, and I come out of agreement with it in Jesus' name. Simple as that. Just that simple. So y'all just like stay in the word too, man. Stay praying, stay doing all that. Stay rooted. Stay rooted in the word.
Welcome to Doak Campbell Stadium, and you might as well get used to the sound you're hearing. The Seminole War Chant is going full float. A Big Ten showdown coming, conference games where the results will stick with you for the rest of the season. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on a team recharged after a much-needed bye week, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Razorbacks will kick it away first. Coming out with it, it's Gibson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The offense set for a first down play. On the move, it's Lucas. Not much there. They'll give him one to the 14.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered.
The expressway is wide open. Running inside the 20. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11.
Yeah, and that's not the start you wanted if you're on this defense. Like, you lost last week, looking to bounce back. One thing you can't do, man, give up explosive plays on the ground. This defense has to hunker in, dial in a little bit. Last week was a struggle. Let's get back on track.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Absolutely perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've gotten the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
They got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line gets set, 1st down. To the air, it's Diggs. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Well, it wasn't great field position to start with, and it's getting worse now. The defense gets a sack. They're getting aggressive up the field. They get to the QB, and they're sending a message.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
And he was off target there, but I tell you what, I'll expect to see more of that. They do a really good job in this offense of getting the running back the football in the passing game. Just let him make plays, let him be a difference maker, ball getting to him in space. So I expect we'll see more of that throughout this game.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Grab near the marker. It's Thomas. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
That's a really good-looking throw there. And I think about back in my day playing for the Gators, we were known as having this high-octane passing attack with Steve Spurrier, but every time we played the Seminoles and Chris Swanky, of course, would go on to win a Heisman Trophy, we knew that we were going to have to be executing at a high level. This guy right here, when he gets going and he gets into a groove, he just does not miss. He is able to light up the scoreboard for the Seminoles.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Keep it on the ground. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
This 3rd down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? And they did not let him get to that 1st down line. It'll bring up a call here. Well, they're certainly not out of field goal range here, but they want to try to pay off this drive with a touchdown. They'll go for it on 4th. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. The Seminoles are on the move. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Got it behind the line. It's Lucas. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
I love it. Nice play call, nice design. Get the ball to your speedster and let him do the rest. Try to find a way to isolate guys and get matchups, and you did it with your running back, slash receiver there, and he did the rest.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UTEP is in front. They've owned the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 7 over Liberty. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Looking for a man. It's Diggs. They'll run the screen. Across the 25, he's got room. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They try to go draw, but there's just way too much penetration in the middle of the offensive line, and that the offense has a negative play.
Now the play fake. They're bringing heat. Fires on the run. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking down the middle. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, the defense just needs something positive to happen. They're trailing in this game. A turnover would be massive for momentum right now, and a nice effort defensively, getting a hand on the ball, knocking it down.
Getting some heat. And they got him for the sack.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
They'll leave it with him. Sweet cut there. At the 35, he's loose. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. And the Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And how about the aggressiveness of this defense? I love this. Don't let him get to the sideline. Kept the ball in the middle of the field, went after the quarterback right away like some missiles, and got him on the ground.
Jones wants to throw it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
He can't make the catch. Had it right in his hands, and it'll be 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Haas. Still running at the 40. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. This proficiency in the passing game can take you back to yesteryear. One of the great quarterbacks in Arkansas history, Joe Ferguson.
Yeah, just slinging the pill, just being able to provide balance, being able to attack down the field, get people out of the box, and not be predictable. That's a really good job by this quarterback.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these 2 guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here in the game.
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. It's incomplete, and we'll change ends of the field now. this is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down. Offense getting set for 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Snagged on the outside, it's Davis. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
You just got to get this guy going in the offense. You got to hand it off to him. You got to throw it to him, too, on all different types of downs. I love it on 1st down here. Just getting him the ball in the passing game, let him make something happen and set up 2nd and short.
Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back. They need to put more plays together like that right there.
They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Green. Fighting off the defender. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
And that would be the definition of 1st down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice 1st down execution.
The corners are walked up tight. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down.
Wow, what an impressive-looking run. You think back to some of the greatest rushing offenses in the SEC in recent years. Remember that offense that had Darren McFadden and Felix Jones both in the backfield, sometimes taking wildcat snaps? Nobody could stop them. This dude, I think, could have broken his way into that rotation with his ability. This guy's sick.
It has been a rocky ride through Big Ten play so far, and they're running out of time to turn it around.
Yeah, and sometimes the Big Ten will do that to you, right? It's a competitive conference. There's a lot of competitive environments that you have to step into, and they haven't been great this season, let's be honest. But, Jesse, I'm more interested to see how they finish off the last part of this season, because it's one thing to have expectations and to get down. It's another thing to quit.
Yeah, you just want to see how resilient they are too, David, because the coach, he's been saying the right things after taking all these losses off the podium after games. We got guys hurt. We've got young players. We're inexperienced. We're learning how to win. But, you know, you're running out of time for excuses. You've now got to turn the page. You've got to show up. You've got to put a complete game together and get it done.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. So after the 1st down run, here's 2nd down. Back to the air one more time. Got it in the middle, it's Russell. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, it's still short of the 1st down.
Hey guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a 1st down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
And the Razorbacks will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now on 2nd and goal. Defense in press coverage. Dropping back, it's Diggs. Steps away. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Holds and fires complete to the right. Still on his feet at the 45. Running toward the tape. The 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Seminoles. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that...
It's loose. Oh, the offense ought to go buy a lottery ticket because that ball somehow bounced right back to them. They'll keep it. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. They'll throw it on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Hill. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
To the air, it's Diggs. Got the back over the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. A 3rd and long coming up here. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Razorbacks will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. He wants to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. And that pass intercepted. Looking for more room. Just an outstanding return after the pick, and he'll put that offense in business at the 45.
It's so easy to be up here in the booth and say, you should have put more zip on that. Sometimes you got to use the lob wedge. That time, you probably should have used the driver.
Touch pass on the run. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Offense in an empty set. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Throws to the wideout. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
You know, sometimes the hardest completions for quarterbacks are the ones where guys are wide open. You don't have to throw it any faster trying to get it to him quickly because you know he's so wide open like on that last play. Just take your steps, throw in rhythm, and just throw a catchable ball.
He chucks one out to the right. Pulls it in inside the 10. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what.
Oh, they block it. He picks it up. Remember, he can take it back.
And how about the defense here? Oftentimes in these 2-minute type situations, you're just sort of in this prevent mode. You're trying to force the opponent to kick a field goal and not score a touchdown, but they're still being aggressive. They're out there still trying to make plays, and how about that effort creating the takeaway?
Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David, and you've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Pollock, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too. Before this defense gets to going at halftime to potentially make some adjustments, show you some different looks in the second half. Whatever you've been doing, it's working. Keep it up.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Now, that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Lost one deep down the right side. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive, and you want to keep testing this second half.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
And in this game, this guy has shown you why he's one of the best in the country. He has so much ability at the running back position. Speed, quickness, the ability to break tackles, unbelievable vision. Already now with 150 yards rushing, the defense has no answer for him. They've got to find a way to slow this guy down.
And the Noles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Flushed out of the pocket. Fires downfield. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Jackson gonna throw it. Fires deep toward the end zone. Ball in the air, intercepted. Senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. He's going to pass. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Snags it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, no. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Seminoles will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having to lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
Caught near the sticks. It's Green. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Hogs getting it done through the air, evoking memories of Ryan Mallett.
And that's what the fans of Arkansas want to see. They've always got that physical ground game. They always want to have a little bit of balance, and when they get that balance, they get that...
Afterburners coming. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And the comeback is on.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Gibson. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Trying to get to him. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The Noles come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hill. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. Line getting set on second down. Using his feet. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Floating away. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The Seminoles will punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. On the return, it's Sategna. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Back to pass, it's Diggs. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38. Second interception of the day for the Seminoles. It's like they've run a secondary out there with Deion Sanders, Terrell Buckley, and Lee Corso.
And what does Deion say? You know, look good, feel good, play good, get paid good. These guys in the secondary making plays. This man might have made himself some money at the next level.
If you want to test the physicality of a defense, get the toss play going. Get the outside run game working, because those DBs are going to have to find ways to fight off blocks, and you're going to find out just how badly these little guys want to put their face in the fame.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Feeling some heat. Snags it over the middle. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. The Seminoles trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Quarterback on the keeper. He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7.
I'll tell you, this is a hard defense to run against if you're going to go sideline to sideline, because of that guy's speed at linebacker. He can get all the way to the perimeter, chase the quarterback down on the option, and make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Impressive.
And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
And they're able to get him on the ground. A field goal here would make it a 2-possession game, but they elect to leave the offense on the field on 4th down. Power ahead. Touchdown, Florida State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And how about this offense? A big situation on 4th and goal, and you trust your running back. You trust your offensive line. You trust the physicality of this unit, and they reward that trust, and they punch it in for 6.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. The returner will field it and bring it back. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Trying to escape and get it himself. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Using the quick game. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the 1st down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And if you want to bring all your tight ends in the game, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in more linebackers, more defensive linemen, get ready for the run, less speed on the field, especially when you get down here in the red zone. I feel like I can match up man-to-man with those tight ends in the back end. Nice job understanding a run was coming.
And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. And, guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. They're trying to get to it. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. He splits to the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And that will extend their lead even further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. He was looking for more running room. He found as he stopped at the 23. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet.
The defense sort of herds this quarterback out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage, and he'll take the loss. They'll try to put it in drive this time on 2nd down from the 22. Dropping back, it's Diggs. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Looking to move it through the air. He's going up top. And incomplete on the deep ball. Man, that one is going to make this quarterback sick to his stomach. That's almost always automatic for him.
Yeah, that's pitch and catch. That's day one. When you go out and watch practice, the ball very rarely hits the ground unless you have a defender because these QBs and wide receivers are so good. But, man, just a mishap, a little overthrown.
Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. Off play action. Steps away to find some room. And this will be caught at the 30. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The Razorbacks love to do it on the ground, but that gives you some opportunities for big plays up top.
No doubt. It makes me commit more to the ground game, bring more guys down. I'm more willing to play man coverage on the outside. And then in turn, if the QB can make plays down the field, make strikes, get on the same page as the receiver, it can create some...
Unleashes one deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Now facing a 2nd and 10 from the 28 after that last incompletion. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. Scanning the field, it's Diggs. Unloads to the wideout. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and all slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
Gonna run it. It's Lucas. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Well, this defense obviously knows they have to be able to stop the run now in the second half if they're going to win this game. And you wonder if they were able to make some tweaks and some adjustments at halftime, maybe getting some more bodies close to the line of scrimmage to give themselves a chance to come back in this game.
Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the third quarter. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. At the 35, he's got room. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
And I understand what the offense is trying to do. Use the wide side of the field, right? Use all that space, pitch on the outside, get on the edge. But the defense was too disciplined. Great job setting the edge, not letting them get outside, making the big tackle.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he's got it inside the 10. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They decline the penalty for pass interference, and they'll stand on the results of the play. The Seminoles are rolling down the field. He'll set up to throw. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
I just love the fact that the defense is out there and they're still battling and they're still fighting. Obviously, they're way down here late in the 4th quarter, but they still think they have a chance to win. Don't tell them the game's over.
Going downfield for the big play. Holds it in on the left. He's loose. Touchdown, Arkansas. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
Going for the return. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Finds space on the right. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
He's marked down at the 33. Third down coming up.
Now facing a 3rd and long.
Here we go.
He'll ride his man on the option. After 45 on his way. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. To the ground. He's got it again. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Handoff from the gun. At the 35, he's open. He'll work his way down to the 28.
And this offense continues to have success and just put a long drive together. And on this defense, I'm getting desperate now. It's desperation. I got to make a play. I got to force something to happen. I got to change something up, and I got to get this football back to my offense.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Seminoles look to do some damage in the red zone. Looking to pass on 2nd down. And the blitz gets to him just like that. They've made clutch, tough plays on this drive on 3rd down. They need 1 more on 3rd and 7. They'll try the jet sweep to pick up the first down. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Seminoles. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. On to attempt the try.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And that extra point is a big one, as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
27.
Coming out with it, it's Johnson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
Nope.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing? Touchdown, no! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears.
Yeah, and that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. send that offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Got it in the middle. It's hot. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his second catch so far in this game.
Tackled, but he has a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
All wideouts, no backs. Looking for a man. It's Diggs. Quarterback now breaking the field. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to...
Time to take a shot. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Razorbacks. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
And these decisions to go for two, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points, and then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you could just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Yeah, they've had a day. And it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can turn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance, throwing for touchdowns. Like, this offense has been very complete today, and that's why they're winning so big.
It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On the run, it's Lucas. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football. So the quarterback says, you know what? I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
With the clock running, this should be the final play. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Bringing it back. He's inside the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Arkansas. How about that D coming up with a play like that?
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
And the extra point is good, but that only impacts the final margin. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So